Bonjour, did you know that the 14th of July is really important for French people? But why is that? I'm sure you've all heard about le 14 juillet or 14th of July in France. It's very famous in France, but why? And how much do you know about it exactly? Let's put it to the test, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will have learned some new French words and facts. I will also sing La Marseillaise for you, as I'm feeling super extra patriotic today. So, let's get started with our little quiz. Première question. Qu'est-ce qu'on fête en France le 14 juillet? Qu'est-ce qu'on fête en France le 14 juillet? Is it la prise de la Bastille et la victoire du peuple? La prise de la Bastille et la victoire du roi. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer this. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look at the question again. Qu'est-ce qu'on fête en France le 14 juillet? Fête comes from fêter, to celebrate. What do we celebrate in France on the 14th of July? It is la prise de la Bastille et la victoire du peuple, the storming of the Bastille and the victory of the people, and not la victoire du roi, which means the victory of the king. So that was the correct answer. So most commonly known as Bastille Day in English-speaking countries, the 14th of July ou 14 juillet, or la fête nationale en France, celebrates the storming of the Bastille. And the Bastille was the prison in Paris. And it celebrates the end of the monarchy, la fin de la monarchie. So that was question number 1. Have a look at question numéro 2. En quelle année a commencé la Révolution française? I'll give you 3 options. 1789, and you can say 1789 too. 1790 ou 1790, 1889 ou 1889. Okay, you've got 5 seconds. 5 secondes. Okay, did you guess? That's right, la Révolution française started in 1789, 1789, because the inequalities between the people and the elite were bigger or getting bigger by the day. And the French discontentment with the monarchy led them to action. And you know what? It lasted for over 10 years. That's right, 10 ans. So, have a look at the question again. En quelle année a commencé la Révolution française, which is, in which year has the French Revolution started? And have a look at quelle année. It has Q-U-E-L-L-E because année is a feminine word. So we need to agree quelle with the gender that it is attached to. Numéro 3. This one is so hard. Qui était le roi, okay, as in the king, à cette époque? Est-ce que c'était Louis XIV, Louis XV ou Louis XVI? Qui était le roi à cette époque? Louis XIV, Louis XV ou Louis XVI? Here we go, 5 secondes. I can hear you. Très bien. So, it was not Louis XIV. It was not Louis XV. If you've guessed Louis XVI, you are correct. It was Louis XVI who was the king during the French Revolution. As everyone probably knows, he was married to Marie Antoinette of Austria, and unfortunately, he met a ghastly end on the 21st of January 1793. So, le 21 janvier 1793, Louis XVI est décapité. Talking about Marie Antoinette, she's known for having said to the people a really famous expression. Qu'ils mangent de la brioche, let them eat cake. So here's my fourth question. Est-ce que Marie-Antoinette a vraiment dit ça? Oui ou non? Est-ce que Marie-Antoinette a vraiment dit ça? Oui ou non? Here we go. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5 secondes pour répondre. But it's either oui ou c'est non. So, did Marie-Antoinette did Marie-Antoinette really say, let them eat cake? Qu'ils mangent de la brioche? Well, the answer is no. Sorry to break the myth, guys, but she probably never said it. It all started with Rousseau, the famous philosopher, mentioning it in one of his books, A Great Princess, saying that poor people should eat the crust of the pâté when they barely even had bread to survive on. Then the rumor transformed into a brioche. Now, the brioche being an enriched version of bread with butter and cream in it. Yum. Because it sounded more luxurious. But Marie-Antoinette's name was never actually mentioned. And we don't think that she actually said qu'il mange de la brioche. Unfortunately, Marie-Antoinette met her own destiny on the 16th of October 1793, so le 16 octobre 1793, 9 months after her husband, Marie-Antoinette was also decapitated. Ugh. I'm sorry about that. Well, it's not my fault. Sorry about that. Anyway, question numéro 5. Fun fact. Comment s'appelle la machine utilisée pour les exécutions? Comment s'appelle la machine utilisée pour les exécutions? Le tranche-tête, la guillotine ou le coupe-tête? And you have 5 seconds to answer this. Okay, let's have a look at the question. Comment s'appelle la machine utilisée pour les exécutions? What do you call the machine used for executions? Is it le tranche-tête? Now, tranche is to slice, so the head slicer, la guillotine, which we know, la guillotine, et le coupe-tête, which is the head cutter. Correct. It is la guillotine. Everyone thinks the French invented it, but that's not quite true. There are traces of it in Scotland and Germany way before the revolution started. However, it is true that the guillotine was used in France up until, wait for it, 1977, 1977. I know it's crazy. Believe it or not, beheading people was considered to be the least painful way to go as far as capital punishment was concerned. During La Terreur, the reign of terror lasting from 1793 to 1794, around 17,000 people were executed in only 1 year. Can you imagine? It is actually quite gruesome. Can't talk about it. Anyway, numéro 6, and to finish, qu'est-ce qu'on fait de nos jours pour le 14 juillet? Des balles, des parades militaires ou des feux d'artifice? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait de nos jours pour célébrer le 14 juillet? And you've got 5 seconds. Now, this one is very tricky. So the question is, qu'est-ce qu'on fait de nos jours pour célébrer le 14 juillet? Can't say it. What do we do nowadays to celebrate the 14th of July? Do we do bowls? Do we do military parades? Or do we do fireworks? All of these things. Actually, this was the tricky bit. All of these things. We do all of these things. Yes, on the 14th, there is a big military parade in Paris. We call it le défilé du 14 juillet, with the army, the police, the firemen, etc., walking around the Champs-Élysées. The French president usually invites another nation to celebrate the day with us. Cities, pre-COVID, tend to have fireworks on the day. People have barbecues with their families, and traditionally balls are organized all over town. The 14th of July, ou 14 juillet ou le jour de la Révolution is steeped in French history and culture. And this video only covers the main points, but you can always do your own research or ask questions in the comment. And now it is time we sing La Marseillaise, the France national anthem, which was written in 1792, 3 years after the start of la Révolution. Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'étendard sanglant élevé, l'étendard sanglant élevé. Entendez-vous dans les campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats? Ils viennent jusque dans nos bras, égorger nos fils, nos campagnes. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons. Marchons, marchons, qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons. That's it for me. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous. Okay. That's a wrap.
That's quite good, actually.
That's a wrap. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. Yeah.